Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Uli. I am a history nerd and today I'm continuing my journey in organizing my coin collection that I've had for years and that I've never really gone through, never really organized. So today it's all about dimes. In this cute little chest here I have a bunch of Mercury dimes. It's kind of like my little silver stack. And then in this beautifully carved wooden box, I have tubes of Roosevelts and also Mercury dimes. I've never gone through them, never looked at the dates or the mints or anything like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. It's going to take a long time. As you saw, there's a lot to go through. Hopefully I find some better dates and maybe even fill up my book here. These are my Roosevelt dimes. I don't have a Mercury dime collection. I've just kind of had this and then stuff that I put in flips. So what I'm going to do is go through here, pick out all the tubes that have Mercuries in them, and we're going to go through the Mercury dimes first. And hopefully we get some good stuff. Okay, just to get a closer look at this nice little box that we're going to be going through today. It's mainly Mercury dimes from what I can see. Looks like there are 5 rows. So I'm just going to, I'm not going to dump it out. But I'm just going to go row by row and hopefully get as many dates as we can and see if we can get a little collection out of it. All right, quick check-in. We are a few lines in. Just got 3 lines left, kind of digging into them. We have quite the assortment and some extra goodies. What I have had to do, because the towers got so tall, was I had to go into the other box and grab 2 plastic tubes. One of them is dumped out right there, and the other one has been morphed in. So this is actually a little bit more than what was in the wooden box, and I'll have to morph in whatever that is later. But so far, we have some really, really good dates. Well, I actually don't know. Nothing super, super spectacular. No 16 Denver, I think, is the main one. But, you know, you can always hope, you know. But let me keep going, and once I get all these sorted, I'll bring you back in. Editing Uli here with some Age of Empires gaming. So, I don't know what happened, but a lot of my footage of this hunt is gone. It's just gone. So, I'll show you what I have, but you'll notice that the date range that I'm putting together of Mercury dimes gets bigger out of nowhere, and a lot of the finds that I showed off to camera are missing. I don't know what happened, and I'm sorry for that. But there's a final recap, some silver stack counting, and a final date range, date run stuff. So sorry, but stay tuned. And also, again, you're about to see me have a barber dime. I found a barber dime, explain and show me getting the barber dime, but the footage is gone. So that, you know, in case you're wondering where that came from. Another thing that I wanted to bring up really quick is I found this typeset collection book of 20th century coins. It came in a lot that I got. I don't even really remember quite when I got it. I never did anything with it. But since I've been going through my coin collection, I went back to the penny hunt that I did, where I also found nickels. And I decided to start filling it up. So there's that 1909 we found. I chose a really nice one there. And then one of the Roosevelts we found, also silver. because all of these are silver, I decided to be cheeky, and I went into my notebook, my other collection, and I got a silver Jefferson dime for the Jefferson slot. And this is from my notebook as well, but we found that buffalo. In the penny hunt, we found that Indian head cent, and this is one of the pennies for the wheat cent. That was a downgrade from my personal album. I think that's the 1929 downgrade, so I decided to use it here. And then also one of the downgrades, I think it's the 74 San Francisco, that was a downgrade from my master album. And yeah, I don't know if I have enough for all of these slots, but it'll be fun as I'm organizing my coin collection to see if I can't fill this book up, you know? It's just a fun thing to do. So looking at the tubes from the larger wooden box, the tubes that I also got those two from, I looked through there, it looks like all of those are Roosevelt dimes. So that tube was mostly all Roosevelts. And then all of these, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 18 tubes are all Roosevelt enders. I just kind of looked at the top and bottom, they're all enders. And these are the only two that have Mercury dimes on the ends. So I'm going to dump those out and add them to the pool of ever-growing Mercs. So as a final recap, first of all, my mat has gotten extremely dirty from rubbing these coins all over it. I've had to figure out how to clean my computer mat. It's gotten kind of filthy. But final recap from my master set, picked out all the best ones. Just moving along there from the 1917s I have, in order of P, D, and then S. I think I've got a pretty good run of all of them. The, you know, obviously the 1940s not only are the best looking, but the most plentiful. Hello again, Editor Uli, coming at you in the future. So, again, lost a lot of footage there with the final dates for my master collection. Now, I did make a little database that I've been trying to throw together in this little Google Sheets so that I can keep track of stuff better. Honestly, this is the best way to go through the dates now that I've put them all away. But we found a 1917 P and S, an 18 P, 19 Philly. I found 20s P and S, 23 all the way down. Honestly, you get the point. I got a lot of great dates that you can see here. I did not get like the 16. There's a couple dates from the 20s that are, you know, are key dates. No key dates, but I did get, honestly, I'm very, very pleased with what I did get. I got way more than I thought I would. I got all the 40s, Phillies, Denvers, and San Franciscos. I got a lot of the 30s. I, you know, got a lot of the 20s. And some teens, which, like, honestly is insane. And you look over here on this side, this is, I kept track of how many of each date I have, so that way down here I could, 1945, nice, that way I could keep track of how many Mercury dimes I have. I have, like, 590 that I sorted through, and I hope my math is right, but I have 47 of the dates out of 77 date collection of Mercury dimes. I did not count any of the varieties for them, mainly because I don't know if I'll ever get those. So I just stuck with, the simplest way I can. Especially because now I'm gonna have to get like the 16 Denver and stuff like that. But if I have 590 dimes, that's about 42.14 ounces of silver. And with silver today, as of I'm recording this, is about $83 an ounce. That's $3,497.86. Will I get that much for them? No, obviously, if I'm going to try and sell stuff, but, that's really cool. I think, I didn't expect that at all. I think this is a good little silver stack that I'm starting. I'm going to definitely hold on to these. And, oh yes, there's the 1909 Barber dime that I found among all the Mercury dimes. That was a really cool find. I did record it. I don't know what happened to the recording. It's gone. Maybe I deleted it. I don't know what happened to it. But it was a cool find. It was a great moment. You should have been there. And as for the rest of this setup, I don't know if I'm actually just, if you're looking and you're wondering, I don't know if I'm actually going to put the prices from Redbook and PCGS and full total of how much my collection is worth right here. The newest Redbook I have is a 2022. I don't know if I'm going to go that into the weeds. I think I might just do stuff like this, where I have my total amount, how many ounces it is, silver spot price, and then just bam, I think that's just what I'm going to do. And this is actually a question that I was thinking of, and maybe somebody in the comments below can tell me if ever anyone watches this who cares enough. But as a new stacker, where's the line between a silver coin that is only worth its melt value in silver compared to it being nice enough to have a premium? I get these are Mercury dimes, so they're older and a different type, and that's going to have a premium, right? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. That's another question. Where does the premium kick in? Does it matter? Because some of these are so bad. By the way, 3 of them, they're so slick I can't see the date. I have no idea what these 3 are. Maybe they are. One of them is a 16. I don't know. Can you nick a date a silver coin? I don't know. But obviously these are just the silver, right? But some of these later dates, like these 45s and stuff, because they're newer, they were pretty nice, some of them. And a lot of them that I found were actually pretty toned nicely. I'm pretty picky with toning, unpopular opinion. I love toning, but also some of it looks like someone pissed on my coin, and I don't like how yellow some of the toning can be. I like the rainbow toning and purples and blues. I don't really care for yellow toning. It looks like someone, got drunk and pissed on my stuff. Anyway, but where's the line? To where I'm like, hey, yeah, no, these 1940 PDS a little nicer. Slap a little more. Like, is this figure, this end number down here, really what it's worth, or is there more? Because none of these are key dates, so I know that. But I don't know. Maybe that's just an experience. Maybe I'll figure that out. I'm not sure. Of the final counting of all my dates run. I'm going to start this again. This is gay. Um,